more black, more black, more black, so much black. I did notice when I was buying these, bidding for this, there were quite a few other lots of like, actually no, there were like 5 in total of these big boxes. And I was like, any of them I can get. One was 30s, one was 20s, and then 3 were antique. And I actually didn't bid on the 20s one because I knew it was going to go way high, and the 30s one went way too high as well. And then there were 3 of these, and this one was the middle one, and you could see they didn't like have full pictures of everything in it. They just kind of had the pile and a couple of like highlights. And you could see for this one that it was a lot of black, and they didn't have as many colours, and the other 2 had a lot more colour, and a lot more variety looking in them. And so I was like, well, I want those 2, but I think everyone else is going to want those 2 as well. And so those 2 actually sold for like a lot more than my one did, than what I got this one for. So, you know, it's a bit more black than maybe I would want. I mean, I don't really wear black much in my day-to-day life, but other people love it. So, you know, I'm happy. This is like, a waistcoat made up entirely of strips of lace and velvet ribbon. Like, none of this has actually been made out of like pieces of fabric. Tassely bits, dangly bits. I mean, everything you could want. That's madness. It's like a full garment, and it's got this really cool lace around the collar that has like a kind of leafy effect. Yeah, cool. Weird. This would be an easy one to try on. I'm not going to do it today. Yeah, probably on the earlier side, I would say. She's heavy, she's beaded, she's upside down. Yeah. So this is weird. None of the beads seem to be coming off. I haven't heard any telltale like dangling bead sounds. So it's basically, I guess this would have been it's obviously would have been part of a bigger ensemble, which probably, it's definitely like an evening thing. So it's like this satin vest essentially with this lace and mesh overlay, mesh and beaded overlay, and the back is completely plain and does up with hooks and eyes. And so I guess this would have tucked into a skirt that presumably mimicked it, and then maybe had some kind of jackety, like open jacket thing that was your sleeves and would have covered up the plain back. But it just looks a little bit weird and a little bit sad on its own today, unfortunately. Yeah, strange. Pretty beading though. I'm seeing like glimpses of things below the things I'm looking at that I want to go down into, and I'm going to be good, I'm going to be patient, and let's be honest, this is still beautiful. So it's like a layer, it's so fine, it's like a little fairy made it. So it's a layer of silk chiffon with then a layer of lace all the way around it. So it's like they've built the foundation in the chiffon and then built the lace on top of that. And then it's got, so it doesn't meet in the middle. And it's got this little bit in the middle of lace, also on a layer of chiffon, backed by a layer of chiffon that is attached on one side down here and then snaps down the side. I'm not going to undo those. She's nice. She's quite damaged. I mean, the lace actually looks quite good, but the chiffon underneath is a bit nibbled at. And oh yeah, and then a waistband, quite a heavy duty one actually, but that wouldn't have been visible. It would have just been underneath where it tucked in at the skirt. Yeah, gorgeous. One of the things about costuming for this period, and actually any historical period, is finding really gorgeous lace. And this is actually like net. I think this is actually net with lace. Oh no, it's just lace. Is finding laces that really are like the period, because you just, and that you can afford, because it's so hard to find these kinds of like really delicate and fine laces. I find anyway. So yeah, and you know, once it's a certain age, you don't want to be cutting it up and repurposing it. Like lace, bits of lace, because you can get those, although those are also expensive. Okay. I should be supporting these more when I'm picking them up out of the box, but... Okay, so this is the kind of thing that you might, I mean, it's probably not evening wear, but like, ooh, 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 oh no, oh, she's been hurt. But this is kind of what I was thinking, like a little like jacket, kind of bolero, I guess, almost. Really small. This probably, yeah, sort of time when you would have had an Empire line. So this is kind of, oh, so it is super damaged at the elbows, which is a massive, oh, all the way down this arm. Which might explain this, and it might not be a construction thing, but I think it is, because this one's a bit less damaged, and especially at the front. Oh, hold on. So what I thought it was, so it's pin tucked all the way down here and all the way down here, and also just in the bodice. And I thought initially they'd just not pin tucked it just to give like elbow moving room, but actually, I reckon when you wore this originally, if it hadn't been crushed in a box for ages, this, I think this would have like puffed out, because look, you can see it's like rounding, and it's all the way around, not just where the elbow is. I think it would have been like a puff around the elbow, and it's crushed down now, but so the inside sleeve is like flat, and then this is bigger than the inside sleeve. So yeah, I think they've just pin tucked all of it, but except at the middle there where it would have puffed out. That's a crazy design feat. I hadn't picked that. That's really cool. And then it's like really small in the back. Yeah, stunning. Okay. Oh, this is heavy, thick, and so getting like some kind of coat. What? Get the top one over here. What on earth is this? It's like, it's like dungarees, it's like dungarees, but with a skirt that buttons all the way down. I feel like this would have been some kind of like outdoors wear, because it's quite heavy. It's not like a waterproof fabric, but probably water resistant. It feels like it's maybe been treated, or it's just been like, it's like definitely wool, and maybe it's just a wool, like a really densely woven wool twill. It's like a cotton and wool twill, and then with this like tartany lining, it's giving me like outdoorsy vibes. And it has, and then it comes up to the top, so I guess you could have worn it over everything. You don't have to worry about your sleeves. This is really weird. This needs to go on a mannequin. And then at the back, at the waist, it's got this like tabbed bit, and it has 3 eyelets on each side. And I mean, it's been left with these cords in it. So like, I guess you'd tie it around your waist, just hold it all in place. I've never seen a garment like this. It's in kind of rough condition. Like, just lots of, oh, there's pins in it, okay. Oh, the whole hem or bits of the hem. Oh yeah, the whole hem has been pinned up as well. Or like it's been it's been added, it's been shortened. Actually, you know, that's really funny. It reminds me of a coat I had where I did that when I was a kid and didn't like how long it was and pinned it up. And it's been pinned up all the way around the hem for, I guess, to shorten it. And some kind of outdoor thing, and it's got, yeah, it's just been like roughed up basically, and it's got a pocket. It's a pocket. This thing needs much more investigation. This is going to be going on the, what the hell is this group? I mean, the skirt's quite big as well. It's quite voluminous. That's really strange. Oh, it's a bit cramped at the back. Okay. Okay. Weird. Over there. Doesn't squish everything else. Okay, so this sort of like, let's go onto a new layer. Tissue paper. Also, another reason to put tissue paper down. Your stuff that you're unpacking might be dirty itself. So this gal is a bit ripped. I'm really loving all this like black but sheer stuff, I have to say, having not been so keen on the black beforehand. So, oh, I think this has been conserved at some point because there's like, oh, maybe not. There's like a silk chiffon on the inside that everything, oh no, I think that's just originally what it had underneath. This is super cool too. The back is quite ripped around the appliques. So it's like this like Swiss dot tulle with these black appliques, which are a little bit clunky. This silk with soutache, but then the sleeves, and it's like a little jacket. Or maybe it's a blouse actually. Once again, showing it the wrong way around. It looks like it's got hooks and, oh yeah, it's got hooks. It must have eyes somewhere. So this must be the front. I mean, the other side must be the front. So that's the front. Yeah, a bit screwy, but then you've got these sleeves, which would feel so nice on because they've got this like gossamer fine chiffon on the inside, and then this stunning the applique. But I really love is this like chevroned ribbon. It's actually just fabric as well, appliqued with the braid down each side, which I think has a really cool like slightly military effect, especially, and then it contrasts really nicely with the like curlicues of the flowers. That's really cool. It's got some pins in it as well to hold it together. Yeah, she's not in the best condition, that one, but lovely sleeves. I don't know where I'm going to stop because there's a lot here. And it's actually the evening, so I don't know what time it is. I'll just check the time actually. I'll do it in a minute. This one took us by surprise. I thought it was just going to be all black with some sparkles, but look at that. Wow, that is like gothy. Oh, she's damaged. There's like gothy dreams. Look at that. Oh my god, this is a lot. This gal, I think, is going to need some more attention. She's got some intricate layers. This is definitely earlier because it's like a proper dress bodice with a ton of layers, and it's boned, and it's really quite shredded silk. But I mean, look at that little point on the cuffs that would have just come over. Probably just come over the hand like that. This is so gothic-y. And I mean, where do you even start? It's got these ruffles, it's got this like steel cut beading, this amazingness with the net that's been sequined and beaded, and then had this bright reddish pink silk placed underneath it, and then these crazy like ruched trimmings that feel like this is amazing. And she's super interesting construction as well, I think. Like opens at the side and up at this shoulder. I'm not going to go too much into it because I think, right, but just also look at the back. Look at that. Absolute beauty. Wowza. This one, I think, thus far wins best surprise. Lay her down flat, not fold her.